Hey, welcome to the channel. My name's Grant Tommy. This is Straight Six Fan, where I like to focus on budget-minded, relatable, creative builds. A little something I like to call offbeat hot rodding, helping you build your hot rod and your confidence. And today, as you can see, Project Low Fairmont is back in the garage because, you know what, I just didn't think it would be right to do a 5-Minute Friday without sitting on the hood of Project Low Fairmont. So here we are. And, you know, maybe this is the first time you've tuned into 5-Minute Fridays. Pretty simple concept. I just spend 5 minutes talking about whatever's on my mind, dealing with cars in the hot rodding community. So let's get 5 minutes on the clock, and let's get started. For this installment of 5-Minute Fridays, we are going to review my 5 gifts for the car guy in your life under $100. And so to make this a little more interesting, I sort of set the constraints of, I'm gonna pick on the vehicles in my fleet. So the Fairmont, the Mustang, and the Tacoma. So we will start with the Fairmont, and that is kind of what I actually want for Christmas, is a Flowmaster Delta Flow 50 series muffler, 2.5-inch center in, offset out. And that comes in right at $98.98. Obviously, you have a lot of choices when it comes to mufflers. I'm just picking on the particular brand I want. So there's definitely plenty of options under that price range, but I think most car guys in your life always want to have a good sounding vehicle. And so, of course, there's catback systems as well, but those are much more pricey. And if you're like me and you want everything welded, you're going to likely take it to a custom exhaust shop as it is, so that muffler becomes your centerpiece. I'm picking on the Toyota Tacoma, and I'm going to recommend a recovery strap or tow strap. This is a 30,000 pound, 30-foot long, 3-inch wide, $30 Smittybilt recovery strap. That's a lot of 3s and 0s, but this time of year, you know, as we get into winter, whether you have a 4-wheel drive or not, like I have a 4-wheel drive, so I keep this behind my seat at all times. Even if you have a 2-wheel drive truck, so where this is handy is when it gets snowy or icy, you might slide off the road. If you don't have a 4-wheel drive truck, if you have one of these, you can hook this up to the front or the back of your truck, and basically the first 4x4 you see that passes by, I guarantee you they are going to be willing to help pull you out. People like to flex their truck muscles whenever they can. I've used this twice since owning it, and it's been to help other people out. Seriously, pick you up one of these. Third on the list, we are going to talk about the EcoBoost Mustang. Now, this is just using this car as an example. This applies to many other cars, not just Mustangs alone, but this is a good example of what a lot of guys like to do, just kind of as an appearance mod, is get fender badges, custom fender badges for their EcoBoost or the 3.7 liter Cyclone motor. They kind of take the same font as the 5.0 fender badges, and so that's just kind of a nice little personal touch. Those come in right around $30 as well, so fairly inexpensive if you've got someone in your life that's got a Mustang and you know it's not a V8. Those are, just make sure you know whether or not it's the EcoBoost or the V6, so you buy the right one. But anyway, pretty cheap, inexpensive, kind of cool way to customize your car. All right, we're gonna stick with the EcoBoost here, and again, this doesn't necessarily apply just to Mustangs, just the EcoBoost. But I always like to put a high flow filter in almost all of my cars. This one comes from AEM. You can pick this one up. The price on this for my 2015 EcoBoost Mustang was right around $58. I like the AEM brand. I used to be K&N all the way, but you don't have to recharge these and clean these like you did the K&Ns. You can kind of just drop them in and forget about them. So anyway, again, maybe the car guy in your life's already done this, you know, but if you know your loved one just bought a new vehicle and they like to customize their things but they haven't done anything to it, this is always a good place where I start on almost all my cars. So pretty good idea there. And lastly on the list, of course, you can always cop out and go the gift card route. So the best recommendation I would give would be going to either a Summit Racing or Jags.com. Now I will say Jags, they like to do, it's hard to get an actual physical gift card mailed to you through Jegs, so that's kind of a downside there. But they will, if you, I think it's a $25 minimum, you can get them printed off. Now, if you like the physical card, I think someone like Jegs is going to be more like it. Or if you have an off-roader in your life, maybe sticking to a place like fourwheelparts.com is going to be maybe a little better, kind of narrow that in at least, and you know that that person's going to use the cart on something for the off-roading side of things. But that's going to wrap up this 5-Minute Friday. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this series, guys. Again, because it's the holiday season, I was kind of just going to stop here at 5. This is the 5th installment. I kind of ran out of ideas. I did sort of come up with one more that I might be able to do next week, but you know, it's the holiday season. It's busy. I just don't know. It was hard enough to fit the time in for this one. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I don't care which one you do. As long as you do one, it helps me out. That's gonna do it for this episode. Until next time, Merry Christmas and peace out.